So you play as like a private investigator, and I don't know, you gotta like figure out what's going on. I really don't know because I just got it. Can you turn that down, please? Thank you. But I had this, like, it starts off, you have a crazy dream, you walk through some crap with the occult, I don't know. And then you have all, I just opened up the inventory. I have this like lighter, my old lighter that I engraved in the memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. I have no knowledge. And we go over to clues. I have no clues yet. Go over to dark water, inhabitants. I don't have anything but places. I have something discovered. It says Pierce Investigations Agency, my private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. And then the occult, wrong button. The occult, I have nothing on that yet. Then there's like your skills. So like eloquence, it says I have 20%, so I'm an amateur. It says 4 CP needed before next level. Eloquence represents your ability to influence those you talk to by your power of speech. Improving this skill increases your chances of convincing or manipulating during discussions. Then there's spot hidden. So I'm an amateur on that at the start of the game. 2 CP needed before next level. Spot hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects. Improving this skill increases your chance of finding hidden objects. An undiscovered object will not appear in game. So as you level that up, like more objects that you can use will appear to you. Then strength is not even what I thought it would be. It says I'm a professional and start off as a professional in it. At 40%, 6 CP needed before next level. So strength actually represents your ability to call on your physical power. Improving this skill increases your chance of forcing doors or mechanisms, or of using violence, physical or verbal, during interactive discussions. So it almost is like the eloquence, except the opposite. Like, you know, and like it's like charisma. Eloquence is charisma. Strength is like being able to like brute force your way through getting information from people. Also, like, I guess if you're running from a monster or something, you want to be able to force down doors, you know, instead of having to find a way to run around and possibly get killed. I don't know. It's a very interesting skill tree compared to other games I've played. I've never seen anything like this. And then, investigation. It says I'm a professional at 40%. 6 CP needed before next level. Investigation represents your investigating talents. Improving this skill increases your chance of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or an object, and of picking locks. So that'll allow you to pick locks, which is really important to get into new like rooms, or maybe open chests that might give you items. I don't know. I haven't played the game yet. So chances of understanding past events, that's important. Like if you want to like understand more about the story, because it seems like this game, like the choices you choose and a lot of these choices you make probably influenced by how much you have of these skills. Like if you're able to use your charisma on people, if you're able to brute force your way through conversations, how much information you have about what's going on. All these influence the choices you make in this game and what the outcome will be. So I think that's really interesting. Then there's psychology, which represents, and I'm an amateur on that, 20%, 4 CP needed. It represents your knowledge of human behavior. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding the motivation of a person based on his or her behavior or the analysis of objects. So like being able to understand like if a person is bad or good, like if they're gonna help, like if you should trust them, if they might help you, or if you know you should not trust them. And then analyzing objects. So don't really know how that plays in with the psychology. But I guess I'll find out. And then there's these gold ones, which seems like you don't actually put points in these. It seems like these get leveled up by other things. So medicine represents your medical knowledge. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the dosage of a drug, of making a diagnosis, or expressing your understanding of medical problems. The medicine and occult skills can only be improved by objects discovered in the environment. So that goes back to like spot hidden, ability to find hidden objects, right? So finding these these objects, right, I guess will make you learn. Like if you find some medicine, you'll, get more medical knowledge, which will increase this slot here. And I don't know if that will lead to being able to like heal yourself in the game. Figure out what's wrong with you so that you can heal yourself. I don't know. Sounds like really interesting game. I'm not sure. And then the last one is occultism, which represents your knowledge of the occult sciences. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts and expressing your knowledge of the myth. So basically knowing what's going on in the story again. And this, like I said, these two gold ones, it says the medicine and occult abilities can only be improved by objects discovered in the environment. So skills, and then there's sanity, so mental trauma, nightmares. So Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades, without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. So it says sanity, stable. So I guess this is how you check your sanity level as you go through the game. Confident in your ability and your Cartesian mind, you conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts. Your convictions and your perception of reality, your conclusions are logical and reliable. So I guess what level you keep your sanity at will also influence the outcome, the different paths the game might go down, your choices and things like that. Like if you're going insane, you might not make that great of a choice, where if you keep your sanity good, you'll make better choices, things like that. Sounds so interesting to see like what different ways this game can go. And then was there anything else on that tab? No, just skills and sanity. Okay, so then the case. So I guess this is kind of like the quest log. Missions. Pierce Investigation Agency. October 20th, 1924. So this takes place in the 20s. I'm not sure. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Maybe Cthulhu, as in the title of the game. I don't know. But I don't know. Looks like a really cool game.